Several weeks ago, the global outbreak of COVID-19 forced us all into an indoor quarantine. People all over the internet, myself included, began to complain about how unexpected this all was. What was most surprising, though, were the comparisons to prison, because quarantining from the comfort of your toilet paper and food-stocked home is the same thing as being incarcerated, right? Well, let Ishkar, an inmate at Cheshire Correctional Facility, be the first to tell us. No, not at all. For the past several weeks, I've been working with the immensely talented Ishkar as he writes provocative work on what it means to be incarcerated in America today. His piece, USA Inferno, is a scathing critique of the duality of inmates' reputations in media through a metaphorical comparison of prison to Dante's conception of hell. Ishkar wrote USA Inferno in response to a prompt asking him to write 2 letters, one encouraging someone to engage in detrimental behavior, and one discouraging them, which was based on the famous speech from Ulysses given in Canto 26. Like Ulysses' speech, this was an exercise in persuasion. So, Ishkar cleverly melded both letters into one grand testimony for ultimate persuasive ability. He even uses a quote from the original speech, "You were not meant to live like beasts." To that sentiment, on one end, the piece simultaneously reclaims and rejects the labels forced upon incarcerated folks. The second act is an appeal to the humanity of the subject, which could very well be Ishkar himself. The turmoil that Ishkar conveys in his writing and his haunting interpretation of a hit song from the 90s gives us a glimpse into Ishkar's humanistic multiplicity, highlighting his existence as both Dante, navigating the inferno of imprisonment, as well as Virgil, guiding others through the flames he's already cleared. USA Inferno is painfully grounded in location. It is not a poem about a temporary quarantine written in 140 characters or less. In the words of the author himself, he does not have that luxury. Welcome to USA Inferno, inmate 250328. Do you know who we are? 'Cause now, this is who you are. We, some life bid sentences, arch rival nemesis of eyewitnesses that know what our business is, hard-headed backsides, destined to backslide, accountable for our actions, accept and deal with police harassment and embarrassment to our elders, embracing all failures. Storytellers, who are allowed to embellish false confession givers manipulated by the system. Generation X, aka the unforgiven. Stagnated in puberty, perverts, female over-observers, paper pimp pushers, fish cake cookers, ghost mail chasing, money order waiting, Allah and Jesus praying, held down by Satan, we some deadbeat fathers, unsigned authors, restricted number callers, hack and shack ballers, ramen noodle eating, war story competing, 5x10 cleaning, overturned case dreaming, we are. It's driving me out of my mind. That's why it's hard for me to find. Can't get it out of my head. You were not meant to live like beasts, but to follow virtue and knowledge, and educate yourself amongst the wisest scholars. How many people gotta tell you that you doing wrong before you finally admit that you doing wrong? Ain't you sick and tired of searching for where you belong? Home is where the heart lives. That's where you belong. You's a good dude. Sometimes that makes you a good fool. In some cases, a good tool. See, they only use you because you choose to look past the usual. That there's a lose-lose. Remember back when they said it, but you ain't catch it? How many times can a friend spit in your face before you get the message? So now you get it. Better late than never. Take heed to the warnings, because all you have to blame is yourself in this moment. Rejoice. It said you only get stronger from the trauma. In that case, consider yourself Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. You got potential to redesign the culture, take a picture. You are history being developed. You define keeping your head up after being fed up. This here is that comeback story, revived off the stretcher. So I'll see you when you get there.